And when the water boils, add this seasoning. Got it? Michael nods. He understands. Making soup is easy. Besides, he's helped Mom cook before. Mom takes him by the hand and leads him into the bathroom, explaining how to use the washing machine. She shows him where the toothpaste and toothbrush are. She shows him where the soap, shampoo, and strawberry cinnamon shower gel are. She smells like strawberries and cinnamon. Mom puts him to bed, reminding him to keep the curtains closed so bad people don't see that. Such an adorable little guy living inside. Mom leaves for work, locking Michael in the apartment. She leaves breakfast on the table for him. Today, it's a red pepper omelet, a glass of orange juice, and a slice of chocolate cake. Next to the dessert plate, which has an image of a smiling cartoon dinosaur on it, is a note. Michael can read. Mom taught him. "Good morning, sunshine. I'm off to work. I'll try to be back soon and bring you something delicious. Do the paperwork I left you and make some pasta for dinner. I left the instructions and the pasta package next to the microwave. Love you, Mom. P.S. Remember our agreement? Be quiet and don't open the door for anyone. I have the keys." Michael said about the chores Mom asked him to do, the paperwork and the cooking. The day flew by. The clock on the windowsill said 6 o'clock in the evening. Mom was still nowhere to be seen, even though she's usually home by this time. Footsteps sounded outside. Michael ran to the door, certain Mom would open it. But a few steps short, he stopped and slowly backed away to his room. Someone was at the door, but it definitely wasn't Mom. Mom opened the door with her key. Now there was simply someone standing behind her, standing and seeming to scratch her with his nails, slapping her with his palms, mumbling incoherently. Michael remembered his father when he got drunk and Mom wouldn't let him come home. "I won't let you come home, Dad," Michael thought to himself. After all, he had promised not to make noise. He sat in the room, on the bed, covered with a warm blanket. His teeth chattered, tears rolled down his cheeks. He remembered what Dad did to Mom and to Michael himself. He cried and shook with fear, but remained silent, not making a sound. After all, he had promised Mom not to make noise. Michael didn't notice how he fell asleep. Morning. Sunlight was filtering through the curtain, and the pleasant smell of tea, cakes, and pancakes wafted from the kitchen. Michael got up and headed for the kitchen. Mom was standing at the stove cooking. She noticed him and smiled. The boy rushed to hug her. Mom hugged him back. "Come sit at the table. We'll have breakfast soon." Michael sat down on a chair and kicked his legs. Mom set a large plate of pancakes, a jar of jam, a ceramic teapot, and 2 cups on the table. She kissed the top of his head and sat down next to him. While Mom was looking for a spoon to add sugar to his tea, she lowered the collar of her gray turtleneck so it wouldn't interfere with her head turning and searching for the spoon. Michael noticed a bandage around her neck. The bandage was soaked in something red. Dark red. Almost black. "Mom, what's on your neck? Are you hurt?" "What?" Mom asked absent-mindedly, but then, catching herself, raised her collar. "Everything's fine, sunshine. It's just a scratch. I got it at work." Mom looked him in the eye and smiled warmly. "Eat. After breakfast, show me how well you've learned everything I taught you." Michael didn't let her down. At 8 years old, he was already quite capable of running a household. The days passed, and Mama went to work as well, although Michael could see how hard it was for her. It was getting harder with each passing day. Mama really did look ill. The whites of her eyes were covered with a dense network of red blood vessels. Her skin had become dull and rough, and her touch was no longer so soft and warm. Dark circles had appeared under her eyes, and her hair had become like straw. The skin on her neck, around a bandage, had turned completely black. She was shaken with chills, shaken with fever, shaken at the thought of Michael being left alone. Mama decided to make Michael's home life easier and stuck Post-it notes everywhere. The kitchen, the bathroom, every cabinet, every spice jar. Everything was covered with Post-it notes. At the end of every description is a smiling face. Only she can draw that face like that. One morning, Mom woke Michael. She said she was going to work, but she would be very late. She said he would have enough food to last a very long time, as well as candles, batteries, water, and everything else necessary for life. Her voice trembled as she spoke. She kissed the sleepy boy on the forehead, leaving a wet trail of saliva. She stroked his head, already asleep again, unable to leave. But she had to. She simply had to. She couldn't let her son get infected. She couldn't tell him the truth. She couldn't scare him. How long had she hidden the fact that the world had ended, that some germ or the devil had made the dead walk, kill, and eat the living? She'd papered over the windows so he couldn't see the ruined city. How much time and effort had she spent providing for her son, teaching him to take care of himself? But now she had to leave because she didn't have much time left. He'll be saved, she believed. Mom stood up and headed for the exit. She took the pistol from the table where shoe polish, a small umbrella with a yellow sun, and her keys lay. She cocked the trigger. She left the apartment. She locked the door twice. "I have to go as far away as I can. I don't want to turn and come back like his father," she whispered, looking at the pale corpse with blood streaks around the eyes and mouth, a bullet through the head. "I hope they save Michael before he starts to stink." "They will." She walked away from the door, turned around and looked at it one last time. Painted on the door was the words, "There's a child inside. His name is Michael. Please save him. I couldn't. His mother,